I'm actually quite familiar with the Mario Party franchise. I actually played a few of the Mario Parties, especially within groups of people. Played the first Mario Party, played the second, played the third. I played the fifth and sixth. Mario Party 9 is definitely different. I mean, the whole aspect of moving as a group is really different, especially in progressive to the board. And it takes away from, time limit of how long you want to play from the game. And especially, Mario Party 9 changes up, what items you get. So, you don't get just special items in each game anymore, you just get special dices that allow you different movement amount. It kind of takes away from the aspect of, trying to screw somebody over. But at the same time, you can actually screw somebody over if you can get a low enough roll or a high enough roll. Because everyone moves together. Minigames are, still the same. Still has the same feel to it. You can either try to screw somebody over, you can try to help yourself, or it still has that same competitiveness with each minigame. Honestly, I did really like that bullet bill stage where you have to avoid the bullet bills on that tower. That was actually kind of fun, but I feel like I haven't played enough of the minigames to actually really say, what games really stood out and what games actually really sucked. It gives the game a different feel, not so much as a better or worse thing. It's just it's different. With the stars, you kind of were more sensitized to actually get stars you can buy items. And then at the end, if you have more coins, you can actually get more items, or you get a star at the end for having most coins. As opposed to this way in Mario Party 9, the stars you kind of collect like throughout the path, and not so much as maybe getting random stars someplace in between, or you'll buy a star. It kind of makes the difficulty a little bit random and kind of increases it. Well, I should say increases, it actually decreases the random difficulty, because now some stars on a set path, or you win stars just by winning mini games. It kind of decreases that randomness. Changes to the game. I actually really did like that the mini boss fights, where all four players were actually teamed up against the mini boss or the boss, depending what you're doing. But at the same time, it still gives it that competitiveness where you still have to do well in the game, and at the same time you can't screw over anybody else, but you still have to worry about yourself in terms of actually getting through the mini bosses or the actual boss fights. I think in order to keep the game fresh and keep the current market, keep some of the mini games that were very popular, add some new ones, change some stuff around. I mean, the whole moving together through the board, that's kind of a nice feature as in terms of trying to get through the board and trying to make games short and trying to get through as many games as possible. But at the same time, they should still keep some of the items from the last games. Like some of the items you can screw somebody over, you can steal items. That should be kept in the game. You can either try to. The idea of moving together would be nice if you wanted to do set up team games, like maybe 2 versus 2 or 3 versus 1. That would be a good idea. Skill in Mario Party, that's really towards mini games. I mean, the randomness actually helps those unskilled players, and adds the factor of that you can lose everything at a moment's notice. That's what I like about Mario Party. It actually keeps you on your toes and keeps you thinking, okay, if I land in this space and if I don't roll this particular number, I'm gonna get screwed. And I have to use everything in my power to prevent that from happening. And that's where the strategy of Mario Party actually, I feel, comes in, where it's not so much a skill, it's just worrying about advanced spaces, advanced things that are gonna happen, and prevent yourself from being screwed. I would only recommend this type of game if somebody played Mario Party and wanted something different. As opposed to newcomers, I wouldn't really recommend this to newcomers because you don't really get the whole Mario Party experience of the original Mario Party games. As opposed to veterans, and this is kind of different from the past Mario Party games in terms of how you move throughout the board. And that's something that actually throw off a lot of veterans from the fact that in the original games, you would roll and only you would move X amount of spaces as opposed to everyone moving X amount of spaces. So every game would actually be, I would definitely recommend this if somebody wanted like a group game, something that, you know, you want possibly a short game with 2 more people to actually play through. Not so much as towards the veterans of the game who will feel that this game is actually quite different.
Alright, and finally, is there a difference between Ruffles and Wavy Lays?
Between Ruffles and Wavy Lays, there's actually no difference, the same shit. Same chips that are actually crumbled together to make that waves or Ruffles. Same thing. Same exact thing.
No, it's not. Wavies are more wavies. There's a ruffle.
You still get your ridges.
Tight together ridges.
You
They're
get your
more
ridges
tight
between
together
chips.
ridges. Wavies are more spaced.
You get your
Ruffles
ridges.
are more closer together. It's obvious.
You get your ridges either way.
But it's not a ridge, it's a wave.
It's a ridge.
It's a wave.
It's still a space between 2 recessions.
End of video!